Minecraft. Sell your friends. You read that right. Welcome. It is February 24th, 2021. We've lost count as to which day this is, but it is the Farlands Are Busta Day 10-year anniversary-a-thon extravaganza O-Rama 2021 for the CDC Foundation to fight COVID-19. To crush COVID-19, actually, is the correct terminology there. But we last streamed with the girlfriend, and now we're streaming by ourselves. But the world is backed up. Any reason why it's $4,200? No, but we are up to $4,509.44. I don't know why. That's what we raised for Pause.
I just don't think there's anybody better.
And then that was the goal for Equal Justice.
Hey, thank you.
Way off the trail, thank you for 37 months. And then I just decided to stick with it for the CDC Foundation. And we've met all the goals. I think I just did the math before I started. We raised $5,508 for Equal Justice Initiative, $4,237 for Pause, and $4,509 right now. We're up to $14,254 raised for Season 8 of Farlands Are Bust, and we're about to begin again, or continue again, rather. You can keep donating at the donate link down below or in chat if someone wants to put that up there. Thank you. Thank you very much. And get your woofs ready. Get your woofs ready, my friends, because we are about to begin right now. Woof! Whoa, that was very loud. I apologize. Just blast out all your ear holes. Yes, we are ready to continue, and that's right. This is the first and probably last Farlands Are Bust hidey hole to have bunk beds. As was requested from the girlfriend. So, get a look at that rare treat. It's really nothing important, but if you missed it, that's one of the many things you missed. Look at those guys! Look at those guys! Just having a swim, Wolfie. They're just having a swim. Well, we're having a walk. Oh, look at that guy! Let's go over here. We're having a walk to the Farlands here in Minecraft Beta 173. And oh, Wolfie's just gonna stay over there, I guess. Actually, let me get Wolfie to spawn. There he is. Yeah, we streamed on Sunday, normally a day off, but it's also the girlfriend's day off, so finally, I mean, we've streamed together before, but that was one of the middle goals of this FLoB-A-Thon-A-Day So we did that. She shaved some stuff into my head. I'm happy to report it was not permanent. It was not a permanent haircut. And then we walked to the Farlands together here, and she answered a bunch of questions. I will let her know, Jazeem. I will let her know she had a good time. A little breakup of, I should not use that term, but change away from the monotony,
Just don't think
Cinebucks.
there's anybody better. Really? You got it. You got it. Hey, thank you.
Thank you very much for those 46 months in the sub-tub. Murder! Murder. So yeah, that was a good time. Oh, that's right, I got this black wool for some reason. She wanted me to shear the black sheep. So now I'm stuck with this black wool in my inventory. Ooh. So yeah. Carrying and continuing on. She was going through, she watched it again, like, while she was, like, working out or something. She watched the stream again and was watching chat. And she's like, oh, there were, like, a bunch of questions that went by that she didn't even get to answer. One of them was, where do you get your wigs? And she wants to know, whoever wanted to know that, mostly Amazon. Nowhere special in particular. Amazon and or the internet. So I don't know if that was any pertinent information for anybody, but there it is. There it is, my friends. Over the weekend, or at least yesterday, I guess, I spent some time in the garage, despite it being very cold outside still. Finally got the rest of the front end off of the 280Z, the front lip, cowl, whatever, and the bumper. Cone will be very happy that I removed the bumper. I do things the hard way. It would have been easier if I had lifted up the car, removed the front wheels, removed the front wheel arches in order to get all the bolts and bits and bobs to get the front off. But of course I didn't. Why would I do that? Why would I do such a thing? Instead, I'm doing this under the wheel well with 2 wrenches and trying to shimmy off broken clip bolts and things like that. I enjoy torturing myself, I guess. But it came off. It came off finally, and now I just need to fit the new. I don't know what to call it. I guess a front. It's not a splitter. I guess the front lip, front valance. It's just an aftermarket front valance, but it's probably going to be a 2-person job because, like, I need to hold it up into place and mark where I need to drill holes. Air dam! Thank you! Yeah, that's a good one, and then I get to say damn. Air dam. Front air dam. I need to, like, decide... It's not... I mean, you've all seen the 280Z. It's not in the greatest of physical shape. Pretty much every panel has some dents and rust and paint coming off and things like that. So I'm trying to, like, fathom, do I want to bother with that? Or do I just want to, like, quick drill some holes and fix, fit it and mount it and be done with it? Ooh, hello. That's weird. Welding time. No welding. So yeah, it's a real struggle. I basically just have to tell myself that it's never going to be nice in my possession, like a show car. I don't know that I'll ever have the resources to get it, like, painted. Like painted nice, well painted. It might cost more than what I paid for it. But then again, that it might increase the value by that amount too. But it's not so much about the value with me, I think. It's just more about owning and driving it. So as long as it, like, drives well, and it's not, like, falling apart while it's driving, and, like, the rust isn't, like, safety or performance hazard. Like, I'll go through and maybe I'll, like, sand off the rust and hit it with some Rust-Oleum to, like, cover it up and make sure it's not continuing to degrade into the earth, but I mean, it's also not bad. It's also not bad either. It's not about the car, it's about the journey. That's right. Speaking of journey, I need some wood. So yeah, I need to, like, shake that off. Like, somebody has posted on Craigslist, not maybe like an hour away or something like that, a brand new center console, which is just like the center piece in between the seats that, you know, mine's all cracked and doesn't really fit and is missing screws and stuff like that. And I put a replacement armrest on it. But they have, like, a brand new one, Doc Gratis, a brand new one.
I almost swallowed that nut.
Far Lands or Bust a Day 10-year anniversary A-Thon extravaganza O Rama 2021.
A-Thon.
Susan is helping.
And speaking to herself in the third person. It's the anniversary A-Thon O Rama. So yeah, so I'm, like, deciding, like, I mean, that would be neat to have, like, a brand new replacement center console that isn't cracked and has, like, the same, like, a good armrest. And but then I'm like, but, like, for $100, like, those things, honestly, that's a good price. Those, like, go for like $300, $400. I don't need any more sheep's wool. So yeah, I'm like, maybe I just save that $100 to put towards the new shocks and springs that I want. But then I'm also like, I don't know, center console. Struggle is real. I don't know what my priorities are. Just like in real life. So yeah, I don't know. That's just been bobbling around in my head. This is a mood. Also, hello. I don't know what my priorities are. I mean, like, a priority should be to sell the Corolla. I mean, that's, like, also another, not problem, but just issue with the Corolla is, like, it's kind of close to being very good. It's got very good paint and a very good body. Like, to take it the further, like, to the next level would be too much. And I want to focus on the 280. So yeah, that should be my priority, is selling that thing, and then I have a bunch of money. Or a handful of money, rather, to put into the Datsun. So anyway, these are the existential crises, which are not at all crises or existential. I've been dealing with and fiddling around with the car. I would also like to just drive it. Like, that's the thing. If I start to decide, well, I might as well try to fix the rust on all the panels and stuff, then I'm gonna have to take the fenders off again and have to sand all those down and paint them and wait for the paint to dry and blah blah blah. You know, it's like, then I won't be able to drive it. Blasted. But anyway, speaking of priorities, I'm late to streaming today because I decided I absolutely had to make, or attempt to make, some gluten-free scones. I've been in the mood for a breakfast pastry. and scones were on the menu. So yeah, I did a little bit of more stuff out in the garage this morning. Took Juno on a walk, and then looked up a scones recipe. I don't think I had like quite. Oh, you know what? I probably should have put in there was xanthan gum. I should have put xanthan gum in there. Oops. Yeah, because the flour I used didn't have it in there, but the recipe, I think, had flour that, like, was supposed to include it. Blast! I don't know how scones are supposed to be. I've got to tell you, I've never made them before, and I've never had them before. I mean, I've had them before on very rare occasions, but, like, it's not something that I frequent. I think they came out okay. They're not flaky. They're not dry. They're kind of crumbly. It almost came out coffee cake like. I wanted to do something. I didn't want to do anything too complicated with like blueberries or anything like that, so I just went with a cinnamon scone recipe. Moist but crumbly. Have you tried tapioca flour? I have. I wouldn't use tapioca flour as like 100% of the flour. I like mixed together brown rice flour, my bread flour, coconut flour, and some amaranth flour, just to get like a good mix. I think it came out okay. I don't think it would have gone better with more of like white rice flours and things like that, but I think it came out okay. I topped some of them with some chopped nuts. I topped some other ones with some chocolate chunks, some dark chocolate chip chunks, just to see. Wolfie, where do you think you're going, sir? Where do I think I'm going? Good Lord. Oh, Wolfie. Oh, Beans. Oh, he's fine.
At this time of year, at this time of day, and this
Lorgon.
part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Thank you very much for the raid and the host. Welcome, Raiders. Still doing the Far Lands of Us thing. Still doing the Far Lands of Us thing. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, those are. I had one. I mean, it's good. They're good. I'm not complaining. They will be something I will consume. Talk about scones. Talking about scones. Probably should have taken it upon myself to put the xanthan gum in there. I did not think of that. Just cinnamon. Like you just asked for like cinnamon and a little bit of nutmeg. And then like melted butter and maple cinnamon, like brush on the top. No fruit. I wanted to keep it simple, having never made scones before. I wanted to just keep it to the basics. And I didn't have any fruit. I have some blueberries, but those are for my oatmeal. And then, like I said, I kind of experimented and topped some with some chopped nuts and a few others with chocolate. So yeah. Did it work out? I don't know. Maybe they'll just they'll cool off, and then I'll go to pick them up and they will just combust into a pile of dust. Who knows? I mean, I saw some recipes for like apple and stuff, and we have apples, and I wanted to keep it simple. Like, I really didn't have a lot of the things they were asking for. A lot of them asked for, like, coconut oil. And, like, weird creamy things, creams, various creams and confectioner sugars, but I didn't have any of that, so I'm just keeping it simple. Like I said, it kind of came out a little bit coffee cake-like, which is fine by me. I have no idea what a sultana is. Ointments? Clotted cream? I don't know what that is either. Certainly I don't think I would eat anything that's been described as clotted. That doesn't sound appetizing. Eee. Neat. A better raisin. A raisin of the future. Future raisin? So that's how my day has been. I think that's a grape. True. That's pretty good. A grape is just a future raisin. Or is it a past raisin? It depends on what you have in your hands. A raisin or a grape. Questions of our time, right here, being asked only here on the Farlands or Bust a Day 10-year anniversary-a-thon extravaganza Orama 2021. Four-dimensional grapes. Another dimension. Don't count your raisins before they grape. Moisturer raisin? Well, what is it? Is it made out of a grape? A sultana? And why does it sound salty? It sounds like very salty for some reason. Based on the name and the name alone.
Oh. I almost swallowed that nut.
Nice. Look at all those trees. There's like clone trees. KurtJMac. Was anyone disappointed as a kid because grape nuts contain no grapes or even raisins? Well, those are future grapes. They're grape nuts. Where do you think grapes come from? Wait, what is grape nuts? I don't know. I used to like them, honestly, as a kid. I think it's just like a very solid, weedy thing. Just in a little, like, cylindrical pebble. You'll have to look up on the internet what the ingredients of grape nuts are, but I'm pretty sure it's going to let you know that the first ingredient is wheat. Aw, nuts. Yes, I liked grape nuts as well. You do need to let them soak in the milk, else you chip a tooth. Also with a good blob of honey on top. The old honey blob, as it's known. I was hoping somebody would be kind enough to look up the ingredients of grape nuts. Bowstripe! Thank you very much for the $10 donation to the CDC Foundation. Flour, salt, and dried yeast. Is it not... Like, what if you put it in, like, a sugar? Would it expand? Like, and, like, grow like a bread? I mean, I guess the salt kills the yeast. That is a very weird thing that was made by somebody. For some reason, they decided this was let's throw these things together and see what happens. Well, that's like gluten to the max. Wheat flour, barley flour, both wheat and barley have gluten. Oh. Salt, dried yeast. Maybe the yeast is like what, like, pebbleizes the thing. No wonder I ended up with celiacs. Bowstripe had a question, and we actually had a few other questions come through in between streams here, but Bowstripe had a question. Oh, you dinger. You dinger? You dinger finger? Okay. Do you think you'd be able to make a successful food truck based around breakfast cereals? I doubt it. I doubt it. That seems like one of those ideas that is like better on paper, because your profit margins have got to be minuscule. And I'm sure there are like breakfast places that have like cereal bars and things like that, but I doubt they exist anymore. And or I doubt that cereal is the only thing that they provide. Right. I don't see what the benefit to the customer. I don't see what problem you're solving for a customer. As an entrepreneur myself, I see no benefit to the customer, other than making them pay more for a bowl of cereal than it would have been had they just bought a box of cereal and a small milk. Are shirts on sale? Shirts are on sale. Shirts! I mean, like, I'm thinking of, like, a Holiday Inn Express, like, the breakfast bar. They have just those, like, tubes of cereal that you just turn the thing and, like, a portion comes out. Coffee food truck? Well, coffee stands and coffee shops exist. I feel like a drink is something very different from a food. Especially a hot drink. No quote for you, Key Sky. Torder had like 3 different donations that they wrote novels in the comments for each. The first 2 are kind of weird, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer them. But apparently, they suggest that in... Whoops. Got out of the boat too soon. That in 1.28 million years, the star Gliese 710 will pass in 0.166 light years from the sun. Imagine there is a stone planet in the habitable zone around the star, and with gravitational lenses, telescopes, using the sun as a lens, we made an image of the planet. Please describe the image. I'm sorry. Is this a final exam? Is this a quiz? Am I being tested in this?
I think that you are the most fascinating character.
Shasto, thank you for 33 months in the subtub. Show your work.
Absolutely.
Please show your work. Yeah, is this your final exam? I don't know if I'm going to answer that. But it continues. There's a part 2 to this question with another donation. Thank you, Torder, for donating, regardless. Imagine that Gliese 710 was passing through the solar system in our lifetime, and an expedition was launched to the planet you described in my previous question. Oh yeah, like I totally did that. Whoop, where's Wolfie? There he is. You, along with a handful of people closest to you, were chosen to go. Would you leave Earth with the, in parentheses, spaceship with 1,000 people, 15-year trip? it's got it all figured out. Down to the time and amount of passengers. I mean, if all the people closest to me wanted to go with, then sure. Oop, that's a boat. I'm I'm not sure how I feel about this spaceship that allegedly holds 1,000 other people. I don't feel like that's going to be a thing in my lifetime, so I question the validity and the safety of apparently rushing together such an impressive piece of machinery in the next 60 years of my life. That I don't think is going to be possible. Oh, touchdown! Hold on. Touchdown! Ah, nice. I am easily amused. Add 1 point to the F3 number at the end of this. I mean, my girlfriend, said during the last stream that she does not want to go to space. She has no interest, and actually recoils at the thought of traveling to space. So that might be difficult to convince her to go with, which would leave me in a bit of a precarious situation, wouldn't it? Ooh, I want to go this way. Look at all this stuff that's loading on this side. Neat. And then finally, with their final $20 donation. Personally, I think you should be given an award for your excellent slow gaming. Slow gaming in the same way that Norwegian broadcasting has excelled as slow TV. Is this the truth? Any Norwegians out there? Probably all asleep. Are you a fan of slow TV? Slow TV. I'm not quite sure. That looks like a doorway. I'm not quite sure I'm familiar with the terminology slow TV. Like a camera on the front of a train. Is that what Norwegian TV, primetime television, is all about? Dash cams on a train? Is that the thing we were watching on YouTube with me in the foreground and I ate the bus? Remember when I ate the bus? I don't know that I in particular seek out and watch slow TV. There was a bit there during the first of many quarantines, lockdowns, where I would just load up like there's a bunch of those just live cams on YouTube. Like there's one in Alaska that's at the like stream with waterfalls where the bears, the grizzly bears, catch the salmon at a particular time in the year. Like that was something we'd leave on for a little bit because it was very interesting. And then, of course, YouTube is like, oh, you've looked at this thing once in your entire life. That must mean these are all the recommendations you ever need, is everything that's exactly like this and nothing different. So yeah, then there's like people that have like an infrared camera in their backyard and they just throw out a bunch of containers of seeds and stuff, and there's like whole raccoons and possums. You know, nature cams. I'd consider that slow TV. And there was like a bunch of like panda bear cams at like at some sort of zoo. There was one that was a dog, like a senior dog daycare, which was interesting to see all the crusty old dogs sauntering around. Oh, man. Yeah, and those various bald eagle nests and all these other nests and dens and whatever. So yeah, I've tuned into those every once in a while, and I mean, Farlands or Bust would be that if I wasn't talking. I feel like if I was not trapped in this sphere of influence and being forced to dictate to you my thoughts over audio frequencies, then that would probably be Farlands or Bust. I mean, I've also, like, if we're, like, doing something, and, like, I leave Juno downstairs, I'll turn, like, the television for your dogs or cats, and it's just, like, birds and squirrels and stuff, and, like, nature sounds, which is just, like, an 8-hour video. It's not live or anything like that, but... So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that answers your question. Kind of related, but unrelated. We recently watched what I would consider a slow movie. It's called Nomad Land, and it has Frances McDermott in it, and it's on Hulu. And it's like one of these movies that like won all the awards at the independent film things. And that's just a slow movie. It's kind of a sad movie, but it's also just like definitely the kind of movie that is the speed of what has been transpiring for us over the last year plus or so. Nomad Land. Is that not what I said? What did I say? Yes, Nomad Land. Nomad Land? Shoot, now you're making me question the movie I watched. I googled how to tell when your scones are done baking. Yes, Nomad Land, a 2020 film. No, Nomad. Nomad Land, one word. 2020 film. I thought it was very good, but also like there wasn't a lot of action or like things to keep up with. It was basically a simple character study. Few other characters come and go, but kind of a day in the life of this sort of common, albeit ignored part of American life, I feel like. That's a stretch. That's a stretch of a joke. You really had to dig down deep for that one. I more or less laughed at how much of a strain that one must have been. Careful, Wolfie. Don't fall in that hole that I just passed up. That one almost required, like, an explanation. Like, if you told that in person, you'd be like, Francis? Get it? Francis? Like, Francis? Nah, the things you on YouTube miss. Oh, I need some dirt. Excuse? Okay, there we go. Oh, that's wrong. It was considered for a minuscule second, playing in modern versions with mods that add the Minecraft. I'm gonna upgrade Minecraft, but I'm gonna mod it so that it is more like Minecraft, which is honestly something that is more true that I would be nice to have than my misspoken nature may have made it seem. That word did come out of my mouth. But no, to give, like, put the Farlands at 12,550,820 blocks, you know, regardless of what version you're in. But no, because this series has taken on a form of its own by playing in the old version, like the actual old version. This is no longer the same game. And also that just feels like cheating. Not cheating, but that just feels disingenuous. And I feel like it would be a letdown to be like, well, this is where the Farlands were programmed to start. We made it. As opposed to this is like, well, this is where the game completely breaks. Accidentally. So yeah, that's why I don't care to upgrade the game for any reason. Right, that'd be very annoying to run, have to be able to run in FLoB, and then, like, if it'd start doing the jittery, like, half-running thing, and then I'd have to, like, stop and hit control and hit E to look at my inventory, you know, all that McGubbins. Spooky noises. When was the previous time a world download was released? Well, like 2011. The world is 34 gigabytes now. Louder spooky noises? What? Crunch. spooky noises. What did that... I did that to disrupt the copyright claims. I'm helping you. I don't think it's one of the other songs that keeps tripping them. And by tripping them, I mean tripping the totally fraudulent claiming of the Minecraft C418 music by someone who has no ownership over it, but when you dispute it, they just let it sit there in hopes that you forget to dispute it so that they can just reap all the ad revenue. But YouTube is working as designed. Don't forget about that. Oh. Speaking of, like, making things difficult for me in the car, like, that also means that I had to be in, like, very compromising positions in order to just get at a particular bolt. Here's a bit of an observation I've made, and I suppose in just saying this I'm tempting fate, but there was that whole copyright apocalypse of Twitch of 2020, where everybody deleted all their clips and all their videos and archives and things like that. I didn't. I didn't do any of that. And I know, while in particular I don't think I saved any of the Busto radios or anything like that as highlights, I'm pretty sure there's gotta be some questionable content in videos and clips that are up there. If not questionable, then definitely, like, flaggable as, like, questionable. And I'm wondering, again, tempting fate here by just mentioning this, I'm wondering if I have evaded such attention. Do we need a lawyer? Because my channel is subscriber only for VODs. I'm not saying that's the solution, but I'm just saying, because it's not Twitch's system. It's not Twitch's system that is sending out DMCAs and things like that. Twitch's Simpsons? Twitch's system just mutes, like, if they match something in your stream that to them has copyrighted music or something like that, they'll just mute that part of the VOD. So the RIAA or whoever has been going around issuing actual DMCA takedowns that people have been getting banned for. They must have a third-party, like, scraper bot that's going through the content on Twitch. But if they're not subscribed to my channel, then they can't look at my VODs. Now they're just gonna subscribe. Okay, $5, sure. Again, I'm not saying I deleted a few of, like, I looked at my top tip clips, and there was like 2 of them where we were playing like PUBG, and like Justin or Co, you know, after everybody dies, like played Celine Dion or something like that, you know, as a funny joke, or, you know, Jitterbug, those things. Those clips I deleted just because they were like in my top 50 clips or something, and they very clearly were playing music. But I didn't delete anything else. Or pause, yeah. Yeah, it was mostly, I think Co did it, or maybe it was pause, jitterbugging. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. So, I don't know. But it also, like, that single-handedly killed, like, people playing Just Dance, right? And even, like, Beat Saber. Like, does anybody even play those anymore? Why would they? If I was the developers of those games, I'd be mighty pissed at the whole scenario. Like, there were, like, entire streamers whose entire channels was, like, Just Dance. Maybe it's because of the whole charity thing. Oh, humor. Ah, yes. The RIAA are like, oh, it's charity. Charity is fine. We don't care about litigation or money or greed because charity. Right, I mentioned Beat Saber or any other musical rhythm game. I don't think Good plays Beat Saber anymore, does he? Ooh. Beat Saber has their own music that you can stream? Do they? Because I've certainly played games that have their own music, allegedly. 96 viewers. Nice. Ooh, that's a lava. I have thought of going back on the Astroneer server, Weatherman. So you're saying there's a shredder truck. How about a paver? I feel like we need to get the international circumpolar highway rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. There's enough research for anything you want. Anything you want. Anything is possible on Zombo.com. Welcome to Zombo.com. I do want, like, they allegedly told me that they, like, changed my Wreckfest server. I would like to try that at some point, because I'm pretty sure they might not be up to the task still. So one of these days, when I don't start streaming at 5 p.m., we'll have time to look at these various things. Could have used a boat, but instead I'm swimming. Honestly, this might be the song that keeps getting tagged.
You don't own this, you copyright scammers.
Thank you, Doc. Not that the Simpsons audio is copywritten either, but you know what I mean. All's fair and etc., etc., etc. This weekend, I watched all of your Wayward Wonders with Brian. What other maps did you do together? I feel like that was the only one that just the both of us did together. We also did like a test run of his... Key Sky. Of his... we talked about it during the stream. He was making an adventure map. Vanilla Swirl. I think we did just like initial play tests of that. Thank you for those bits, though. Perfect spot for an elevated hidey hole. If I do say so myself. And a do. Oh, oops! Am I not? Is this not? This isn't supposed to be elevated hidey hole time. This is supposed to be end hidey hole time. On second thought, not a perfect place for an elevated hidey hole. Perfect place for a hidey hole, hidey hole. Wolfie? Nice. Where has my mind gone? Think about scones. All right. Alrighty then, dang it. Remind me to use that black wool on the next day. Let's make this bed. We're gonna back up the world, take a quick break, and then we will BRB with more FLoB. See what I did there? $34,826.1 megabytes. We're gonna like add. When did we started at like 33,000, right? I don't remember what we started at the beginning of the month, but we're gonna add a few gigs this month alone. I feel like, or not. I don't know. I could be wrong. Fine. I'm fine. Boop. Part 2, February 24th. 2021. We're up to $4,544.44. Why did I not notice that before? I don't know. I think we had 444444 at one point, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. Let's continue on, shall we? Oh. Buff! Alright, let's continue on. Indeed. That works. Deeds. Oop, that doesn't. There we go. Alright. Do I need wool? Not really, but as well. Not now. Sorry. Indeed. So here's a thought. Obviously, right now, we are at 108% of our goal for the CDC Foundation. Do you think it would be better to either raise the goal or start a new charity, because perhaps the 100% goal might be dissuading people from donating to a charity. If they're like, you've already reached your goal, what do you need my $5 for, or whatever? I don't know. I'm not remotely even knowledgeable of these sorts of things. The Mamatsky Fund. The fund where Mamatsky donates to Far Lands or Bust charity. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're doing this low stress, high chill, no problems, taking it easy, not going out of our way to like make it a huge situation. I don't want to like stress myself out, man. But yeah, I don't know. Just thinking. Just spitballing here. We've got a little less than 2 weeks left of the FLoB-A-Thon-A-Day in 2021. So just a thought to ruminate on. Cone's goal is 10 million. Speaking of marketing, the Vlog Brothers mentioned Far Lands or Bust in a video. Specifically John Vlog Brother, Mr. John Vlog Brother, talking about perfectly, what did he call it? Something endeavor. Foolish endeavors. Far Lands or Bust is indeed a foolish endeavor. He also talked about the guy who's max leveling his World of Warcraft character solely by picking flowers. So that was interesting and neat. I don't think we saw quite any increase in viewers from it, like we have previously when it's, say, mentioned on some Brazilian YouTube channel or something. Maybe that's because different audience, different target audience, I suppose. But that was interesting. I don't think that's the first time they've mentioned Far Lands or Bust either, in regards to various endeavors. But he's like, he said it like 10 years, like, you know, with an inflection about it walking to the Far Lands for 10 years. Well, that was interesting. Always interesting. And then, what else? I guess on Monday, we got the videos from the Perseverance rover landing. They held a big press conference. That was something that happened on Monday. I was thrilled, obviously. I didn't see the hidden message in the parachute, but I saw that people figured it out. I mean, I guess I wasn't... Doc Gratis, I guess I wasn't, like... My pants remained on, as did my socks and shoes. But it was certainly very interesting footage, right? I was watching the press conference. So yeah, I didn't hear much. I mean, I heard the sound clip, but all I heard was like the whizzing of the rover. It's taking a whiz on the carpet, Dad. I didn't really hear the wind too much. It was very light and low. With headphones, you could hear some wind. Okay. I've heard wind before. I mean, I suppose the real interesting thing will be like, yeah, when it sounds driving like over the rocks or something like that. Alternately, if it gets like one of the sand, what are those called? Sand twisters? One of those, you know, the whirligigs that often happen on Mars. If like one of those goes over the rover or whatever, or near the rover, if we could get a listen in on that, I don't know. They didn't get any audio of the landing. I imagine it would have just been like, but I thought that amusing because they wouldn't have been, and certainly aren't the first people to have problem using an external microphone with a GoPro. Oh, humor. Humor. How many times? How many times? They should have hired you. I still would have gotten it wrong, as I clearly still do. You gotta plug in the microphone after the GoPro is already on. That's what I learned. Of course, even then. Maybe they didn't buy the $40 GoPro external microphone attachment that's required now. But they were just like GoPros. They were off-the-shelf cameras. I mean, they probably like disassembled the cases and removed everything except the you know, camera and lens internals and stuff like that. Is there a GoPro on the drone? I don't know. I imagine it has some sort of imaging system for its autonomous flight. Spooky noises. And, you know, like hazard avoidance and stuff like that. So maybe that's the sort of data or imagery we'll be getting back from the helicopter drone. Two cameras and a mic on the drone. Any turntables? Two cameras and a microphone. Where it's at? Mars. It's on Mars. Beck. I did not think of that the first time I said it. Oh, fun. Fun! We have fun here. Oopsie! That's okay, I can break it. We didn't sleep in it. Will they be doing any more videos, or was that only for the landing? I imagine it was only for the landing. since it's pointing directly up and directly down, I don't think there's any much more that they can gain from the video system anymore. Probably better to use the power and data for the actual high quality cameras. And science instruments. Ugh. So that was the thing that happened. The mast camera can do videos? Oh. But again, similarly, video isn't as scientifically helpful as just still images would be. Excuse? What is video after all? Just a series of still images taken in rapid succession. Oh, beans! Doing fine. Everything's fine. Oh, this is my life now. I mean the yawning, not the farlandsing. It's been my life for quite a while. You never eat peas? Not even 1080 peas? So a new tree shall grow in its place. There will be a time when you have more % of your life doing FLoB than not. I don't think actively doing FLoB. Like, I would have to be playing more than 12 hours a day to get that. But having done FLoB, Yes, potentially. I guess. Probably. When would that be? When I'm... in like 10 more years? Probably like 15 more years. Then it would be 25 years. But will I be doing it that long is the real question there. Costa Coyote. Thank you very much. I forgot, Doc Gratis. You got a question with your donation. Small batch before you didn't. I think you will make it before then. True. Especially at this pace that we're making. But Doc, dolphins are described as only having half their brain asleep at a time. Is this, can we look that up on Snopes? I don't know if I believe that. Would you do that if you could? What would that be like? Would you do that if you should? Dr. Seuss. Do they do it on purpose? What would that be like? This is another, like, essay question for English class. Woo, look at this. Magic. Oh, I can't, like... Trying to swim! Aha! He's done it. Whoop, I fell in. I fell in. Oh, jeez. Oh, Dumbledore. There. I've allowed these water source blocks to be who they've actually always wanted to be. I've enabled their dreams. Speaking of Brazilian YouTube, would you ever wax or shave a part of your body that you don't normally? No. I mean, anything is possible if somebody wants to pay me enough money. But I'd wax, definitely. I wouldn't wax anything. I don't even wax my car. So waxing is off the table for sure. Unless, again, enough money exchanges hands. Per dollar? Ah! Wolfie. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Ah! Dang it. He's pushing me in the hole. So yeah, like, hair grows back. It might be uncomfortable for a week or two. Stubble. But, no. No thank you. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, thanks. What is this? Some sort of cube of sand? Did we ever look that up about the dolphins? Do dolphins turn off half of their brain at a time when they're asleep or something. I still don't think that. It's like the whole thing about, oh, you only use 15% of your brain. You know, it's like that old wives' tale. I guess I don't dislike sleeping. Like, if that's what you were looking to avoid by, like, instead of going to sleep, you just turn off half your brain at one time. Dolphins turn off the sonar part of their brain. Oh, well, that's fine. I turn off the eating part of my brain when I sleep. Blowing. While sleeping, bottlenose dolphins shut down only half of its brain, along with the opposite eye. The other half of the brain stays awake at a low level of alertness. The attentive side is used to watch for predators, obstacles, and other animals. Obstacles? Are they swimming? Are they sleep swimmers? And, like, don't they need to breathe? Like, are they just, like, floating on the surface of the water while they sleep, half-brainedly? It also signals when to rise to the surface for a fresh breath of air. Weird. Like, is it always the same half that goes to sleep? Or do they alternate? Alternate. After approximately 2 hours, the animal will reverse this process, resting the active side and awaking the rested half. This pattern is often called catnapping. Ah, yes, because dolphins do it. So it's catnapping. Ooh, whoa, Wolfie, let's not go over there. Oh, beans. Beans, Wolfie. Hey. Oh, beans. Is he alright? Yeah, he's being dumb. Dang, that was a dark and bottomless magical pit of destiny and death. Oh, I gotta be careful with this floating point. Jitter is gonna make me fall off accidentally. Neat. Well, that was a real Wolfie Wolf. I thought that was a donation. Well, we learned something about dolphins today, my friends. What was that one? Dang it, I hate that they abbreviate your nicknames on the donation page. So I can't quite make out the full name, but let's call you Costa Coyote. With your donation, if you put a banana peel on Mars, how long would it be there? Until somebody slips on it. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Would the microphone pick up the splat? I don't know I mean, is there oxygen in the atmosphere? Like even trace amounts of Mars? I mean, like obviously, eventually the wind and stuff would like cover it in sand and stuff, and you know, rocks and debris as the days and months and years went by. But if there's no oxygen in the atmosphere, then it's not really going to you know what I mean? Decompose is the word I was looking for. 0.1%. Well, it might be enough. I mean, certainly what moisture is in it would evaporate or even sublimate. It would instantly turn to a gas. Just due to the low air pressure and lack of air moisture, humidity. But yeah, without any sort of other life forms or microbes to break it down, it would be on the oxygen to oxidize and decompose. Oh, that was some precision boating right there. You've all seen nautical man, totally nautical. Yeah, there will eventually be some fruit flies and gnats, just as there always are around bananas. Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like bananas. I have never heard that before. Yeah, I guess it would be freeze-dried, wouldn't it? Freeze-dried banana peel. Because it's also, like, you know, freezing. Jokes! That one's gonna keep getting me the more I think about it. Whoa, careful, Wolfie, jeez. Ah! You just want to get beamed with this shovel, don't you? You old bean. Okay, you used the stairwell, that's good. This is now the slow television part of the series. I'm enjoying Hypothetical Question Wednesday. Not even a hypothetical question. Please describe the planet. I'm sorry? Please show your work. Please cite your sources. Ooh, fudge. Is Cone here? I have not seen a Cone. He might be garage doings, although I guess not at this hour, but we had discussions about Scantrons and blue books. I don't know blue books, but I do know a Scantron when I see it. It's one of the bad Transformers, right? Scantron. Oop. It's almost as bad as that France joke earlier, isn't it? You want to use the black wool? I did! I did, and I could have known that a few moments before I did that, but thank you. Gotta remember the stream delay we're working with here. Blue Book is where you learn how to price your used car. They're blank books you take essay tests in. I don't remember any blue books. Yeah, I know of Kelly's blue book, but I don't know about this testing blue book. Blue books were a little after your time. Were they like scanned into a computer? And like graded by an algorithm? Like, yeah, I mean, if we had like essay questions or whatever, it would just be like on the test. Or like we'd have to bring our own piece of paper for the essay question. Long answers, as they were known. So all the essays are on the same size paper. As the Scantron? Isn't the Scantron like a super skinny thing? Well, long answer short, I'm glad I don't have to take tests anymore. Although my stupid my dolphin brain keeps dreaming about it every frickin' night. I hate it. Why? Why? It's a college thing. Even in college, I didn't. Oh, I have a boat. I don't even remember what sort of tests I had in college. I never took, like, a stereotypical, like, what are the big lecture hall classes in college? I never took any of those. Well, there's like an auditorium of students, I never did any of those. Art degree, so I don't think I ever had the pleasure of the mass education like that. I took one class that was like held in a lecture hall, but it was film history or film art class, so it wasn't full by any means. And it was for my art degree, so it really wasn't. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty glad about that, because I went to a community college. Although the community college had, I don't know. I honestly don't know. So yeah, I did all like my prerequisite classes at community college before going to university. So yeah, I never really even thought about that before, that was a thing that like maybe most people experience, the big lecture hall class. I don't know what that means. Our intro bio class has 800 students. Well, that's just silliness. Yeah, like we're like, I don't even think I had a class where like a teacher had to have like a teacher's aide or anything. That I can think of it. I mean, except for, honestly, except for that, that film class. There was a teacher aide. Because she, like, when we screened the movies, she was the one that was there. The professor wasn't there. Huh. I don't know what that means. Things that I've thought little about for 500, Alex. Spooky noises. A master's in streamology and streamonomics, anomenons. Tell you what. No. That's a dead end avenue of study, my friends. Indeed. So what else? I've lost control of chat. Everybody watching on YouTube. They've started watching another stream, it seems. What's happening here? Well, that was disorienting. What was happening? I was walking, and it didn't seem like I was walking. Like right there, it doesn't seem like... like the jitter was like perfectly... Blah. Need more dirt. Ugh.
If you ain't outta control, you ain't in control.
Them's fighting words. I mean, I guess we don't see many spawners regardless, but it just feels like there's a dearth of them this whole month. Would you send a probe to do high-resolution pictures of Apollo landing sites? Would you? Oh, if you could. I mean, why not? I mean, I suppose that'd be interesting. Similarly, about the previous banana question about like what sort of erosion takes place over 50 years of hardware being on the moon. Ooh, buddy. So many yawns. You guys gotta donate, ask questions. Get my both sides of my brain awake. The old eye tingles. That's what I do now. That's what I do. I'm the provider of organic, locally sourced eye tingles for your dingles. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't want to image the Apollo sites to sway naysayers and conspiracy theorists. I mean, there already have been images from the orbit. I would just be, I think, historically interesting, almost like an archaeological site, but then also, I suppose, even engineering-wise. What's your favorite type of question? One that I have an answer to. Certainly not favorites. This is not essay questions. Ooh, think I can thread the needle? Ah! I'm so good at video games. I'm a skilled boatsman. Think I can thread the needle? Nope. Whoa, whoa, whoa! The old ricochet off Wolfie. Nate! What have you got? Did we get... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong things. I'm looking at chat. I'm looking at the donations. Do you or the girlfriend have any interest in backpacking? If so, where would you go? I guess what's your definition of... Ooh. Okay. Backpacking. Like... going out and camping after hiking to the campsite. I think that's probably the aforementioned agreed upon definition of backpacking. Yes. We would like to try camping though first. I mean, I should start over and say that she has. I think. Yes, she has. Backpacked. I have not. I've never camped before. But I'm interested. Yeah, I mean, it's... I'm not... it would be interesting, I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't... The things that hold me back are my own crapulence. Just like... You know, the same sort of thing where I'm like, well, I want the Datsun to be nice, but it's never gonna be nice, so should I bother making it nice? Should I stop and take off the fenders and fix that hole and paint that, you know? But I really just want to drive it. So like the same thing is like, oh, I want to make sure I have all the perfect things and I'm prepared and I don't want to have this wrong thing or that's gonna be uncomfortable or... Or, you know, same thing about how previous FLoB-A-Thons have been like, I gotta plan this and all the guests and 12 hours a day and new charity and scheduling the guests and too many guests and oh, I'm gonna puke and, you know. I want it to not be a chore. And to work up to it. So yeah, we've talked about that, like... Car camping sounds like sleeping in your car. I mean, there are like places where you can like rent a campsite and like you just park right there or down the road or whatever. So you're not having to backpack, but you're there to camp. So like, yeah, that seems like a logical first step. So like test out your gear and what you have and building the tent and whatnot. GB! Thank you for the donation. So yeah. But I'm also not like, I guess, into it. Same thing with hiking for like fitness or glory or, you know, like to like, I'm gonna hike 67 miles plus 2 miles just for fun. So there is like a Oh, what's happening? Oh, that's weird as heck, man. Look at that trippy fire, man. Totally trippy, dude. I'm tripping out. Wolfie, sit down. Oh, man. What's... Totally radical, man. I'm freaking out. I don't know how we didn't ever notice this before. It's because of the floating point on this axis. The fire... Oh dear, it's spreading. The fire is Z-clipping through the block. Radical, man. Radical. Hey, hey, stop. I'm saving nature. And what a weird little situation this is as well. This is like a fire pit that got filled in with blocks, and then a tree, and then that. That thing is just gonna burn forever, isn't it? You will grow again! Interesting. Oh. I don't know. Is like fire multiple layers? It like depends on how I'm like even like looking at it. Like I guess fire is like on an angle. What? This is a weird situation. Well, no, there it goes. Okay. Anyway, science. Oh, beans. Magical fire. GB with their question asked, donation asked a question, which is, if you weren't doing FLoB, would you still be playing Minecraft for fun? No. Considering that I don't like what has become of the newer versions of the game, much like I don't play Minecraft in any other scenario outside of FLoB, I think I would have been done with Minecraft as a game, much like I'm done with Kerbal Space Program, stuff like that. No spooky noises. I don't know why I had those 2 blocks on me, but they live there now. So yeah, I don't think so. I mean, who's to say, really? Alternate universe and whatnot. Maybe because I'm stuck in this old version, it's such a contrast to the newer versions, and perhaps if I had kept up with the updates as they gradually came out, I would be more forgiving of all the changes. But still, there's definitely a limit on, like, okay, I've had enough. For me, with games. Which is why I'm not into any, like, other long-form, like, games that keep, you know, evolving your games as a service, your Destinies or Fortnites or whatever else.
What the hell is this? Some kind of tube?
Zachwee TV, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the sub tub. Brand new sub in the tub. A lot of lava, though. I think that's like the 4th lava lake we've seen today. A lot of lava, though. Oh! Fine, fine. The beep boops. What is this? Okay, this is the last day. Oh, the sun is starting to set. I mean, I guess similarly, like the few times I tried to get back into No Man's Ski, was like, I've done everything. Like, no matter what they add, it's like, that's not, whatever they do is not going to be enough unless it's a whole new game. Is not going to be enough to get me to keep playing a game for years on years on years on years. They just released an update to No Man's Sky. I'm sure they have. They continue doing so. I mean, I suppose the only positive I see from that is that they're doing so for free to people who already own the game. And it's not like a subscription service or DLC and stuff like that. Like, that's pretty redeemable of them. But at the same time, like, maybe, like, yeah, no. Like, if I got into the game for the first time right now, sure, I'd check out everything that there is, but... I don't mind DLCs as much now. I only go for them if it's for a game that I truly enjoy and feel like the original purchase was more than well worth it, and I don't mind paying for a little bit more. Not like day one DLC, that's abhorrent and I hate it. But like Wreckfest, SnowRunner, even so. But not Spin Tires, see. You'll note I'm not buying any of the Spin Tires DLC. You know, Assetto Corsa. Even though that's a game I'm pretty done with. But not Dirt Rally. Or Dirt Rally 2. Okay, that's fine. Touchdown. Whoop. Was big enough? Yeah. Just burning through them spoons. I am. I'm gonna need a new sword here eventually. I'll wait to do that. This guy. Thanks for them bits. Alright. Making the beds. The black wool. Wait, does this work? Heck yeah, it does. It's gone. Huzzah. True. I mean, that's how it's going to break, is chopping a crafting table. Indeed. What a day. What a day indeed. We've added more megabytes to the distance. I yawned a lot. We saw some crazy flames. Splendid. Let's go to sleep. Woof. Ooh, we're getting close. 34,901 megabytes.